Welcome back. Now, how will all of these overnight cues impact our own markets? Our research team joins in on the Power Prep segment with the trade setup, the stocks that are likely to be in the news as well. First up, Vivek joins in to get all the market cues we need to watch out for. Vivek, good morning. On the edge of caution as of now, what's the setup looking like?
Absolutely right. Good morning, Hormaz. Like you mentioned, edge of caution. What's actually transpired overnight? First thing we need to remember is that US markets, the main equity markets were actually closed yesterday on account of the Martin Luther King holiday. So the only cues that we got overnight were the US futures, which actually saw quite a bit of a bump up. Now, however, what's actually transpired today morning is that all of Asian markets have actually taken significant cues from the Trump inauguration speech. While it was lacking in details in terms of exact quantum of tariffs, etc., that are to be levied, however, at this point of time, markets are still reading through the speech, and that is what equity markets are reacting to today morning, especially as far as Asian markets are concerned. Now, looking at yesterday's trading session, yesterday was a very strong trading session as far as Indian markets were concerned. Markets ended near the day's highest point, largely led by financials. The Bank Nifty outperformed significantly, mainly led by the strong results and the strong positive reaction that came in as far as Kotak Mahindra Bank was concerned. Broader end of the markets outperformed. Advance decline ratio was very strong, stood at 2:1. Now, what are the other set of stocks that did quite well? The metal index did very well in the session yesterday. And when you're talking about Asian markets, it's been a mixed, handover so far as far as the first couple of hours are concerned, given the fact that you actually saw them open in the green but have cooled off. Similar trend as far as Gift Nifty is concerned, indicating a flattish to slightly muted start currently after seeing quite a bit of a gap up when it opened up. Earnings reaction, Dixon Tech, L&T Finance Holding, MCX, they will react to results that came in post-market hours yesterday. Important results today, ICICI Prudential Life, Dalmia Bharat and Tata Technologies. This is something that the street will be looking forward to today.
Vivek, thanks a lot for that. And over to Vamakshi now, who would list out all of these earnings reactions that you need to watch out for and a lot of other stocks. Vamakshi, good morning.
Well, good morning, Hormaz. Let me first start off with L&T Finance. NII saw an uptick of 11.4% coming in at 2,041 crores. The net profit was down by almost 2.1% at 626 crores, but came in higher than the poll of 579 crores. The net NPA was rather flat at 0.97%. Dixon Tech, on the other hand, reported a revenue multifold growth in its revenue at 10,553 crores, more or less in line with what we were expecting. The margins also came bang on 3.7% in line with our expectations, and the net profit came in slightly below our expectations at 216 crores. MCX, on the other hand, the growth rate for the company has slowed down sequentially. The revenue saw an uptick of 6% quarter on quarter. Margins improved by 125 basis points, and the ADT for the F&O segment MCX saw an uptick of almost 7% sequentially, and that was mainly driven by a 37% growth in the bullion ADT. J&K Bank, its NII saw an uptick of 17.8%. The net profit grew by 26.3%, and the net NPA saw an uptick from 0.85% to 0.94%. Sugar stocks will also be in focus today, as CNBC TV 18 Newsbreak was confirmed. The government has decided to allocate export quota of 10 lakh metric tons of sugar for 2024-2025. Cipla also in focus. US FDA has issued Form 483 with one observation for manufacturing facility in Goa. Prakash Industries has started mining operations at Bhaskarpara commercial coal mine. And lastly, keep an eye out on Venus Remedies, because they've announced successful renewal of their European Good Manufacturing Practices certification.
Vamakshi, thanks a lot for that. Over to Mangalam now, joins in with cues from the F&O space. Mangalam, good morning. Last week's high still remains the point of contention for the Nifty.
We'll watch out for that. Yesterday there was a bounce in the frontline indices. No, takeaways apart from the fact that there is a big up move that we got on the Nifty bank itself. The mid-cap index too, towards the end of trade, started to pick up. The Gift Nifty now is starting, mildly in the green, about 14 odd points. Let's see where we go from here, because the FIs continue to sell in our markets. Yesterday's uptick also was used by the FIs to sell another 4,300 crores in the cash markets, even though the DIs bought them dollar to dollar. In index futures, the FIs are doing something very interesting. They're selling Nifty and they're buying Nifty Bank. So there was a net sell of 1,000 crores on the Nifty, buy of 654 crores on the Nifty Bank. So the long positions of nearly 10,000 contracts perhaps added on the Nifty Bank, 16,000 shorts odd added on the Nifty itself, taking their net contracts to closer to 3.33 lakh on the obverse side. The long position still at around 17%, telling you 83% of the FI positions are still on the short side despite the bounce that we've seen from the lows itself. So no real short covering pump coming in. Perhaps the street is waiting for the range to break out. What is this range? 23,400 call, extremely active, premium for 100 rupees, telling you on the way up. 23,500 will be an important congestion zone for the market. Only once we cross past that will we see formidable short covering. On the lower level, though, the support has moved higher, close to around 23,200. That's what we've seen from the action of the 23,300 put itself. The key level to watch for both the Nifty as well as the Nifty Bank after this big move is the 20-day moving average. For the Nifty, it's placed a little around 23,580. For the Nifty Bank, a little over 50,000 itself. Out of band, Hind Copper and Aarti Industries. So those will be a couple of stocks which will be on our radar too.
We keep all of that in mind. Mangalam, thanks a lot for that. Now,